On May 20th of 2021, BBC News posted this article, COVID hate crimes against Asian Americans on rise. During the pandemic, Asian Americans dealt with a lot of hate and discrimination based on their ethnicity, and oftentimes were blamed for the pandemic even though they weren't the cause of it. This article also showed how Asian Americans, especially those of the Chinese descent, dealt with racial prejudice and violence because of the pandemic. Stereotypes were formed when the virus was inaccurately associated with Asian Americans, and oftentimes people would see someone they thought looked Asian and automatically assume that they were carrying the virus, even though there was no evidence to back that up. This also shows prejudice because people were making assumptions based on other people's ethnicities rather than their behaviors. And this discrimination was not just verbal, it was also physical. The Asian Americans, they dealt with violence, they dealt with job discrimination, and they dealt with exclusion from public spaces and things like that because of their cultural background. And this is a clear example of cultural discrimination. And that leads me to my next point. This is a graph that BBC News posted with their article that shows the reported incidents of discrimination from March through December of 2020, and it is 2,808 reported incidents. As you can see, they dealt with verbal harassment, shunning, physical assault, they were coughed and spat on, and they were discriminated in their workplace and refused service. When you first look at this, you just see the verbal harassment and think, oh, that's the main thing they went through, but just a small 8.7% of physical assault is actually around 250 people that dealt with that over a pandemic that they didn't cause. And this brings me to ethnocentrism. It's the belief that one culture is more superior than the other. And this was really showed when people were blaming the Asian Americans for the pandemic. This also shows a lack of intercommunication with the cultures and understanding, and that led to stereotypes and discrimination. The discrimination faced by Asian Americans showed that stereotyping and prejudice can really harm individuals, and we can all have a role in stopping this in our communities by really learning about cultures and engaging with other cultures respectfully, and we can just have an all-around more inclusive society. Thank you.